Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets, presented by BettingPros. You know me, know the voice of the guys, me, really real, villain real, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. All right, cool little day. Had some winners, had some losers, but we had more winners than losers. So I guess you know what? That's the good part of things. That's what makes this good when you win more than you lose. It was a 3-2 day, but at least the three is on the positive side here. We had the Fever and the Sparks that soared over 174.5. I mean, cleared the number. And in tune, a large part of it was because Rickea Jackson. Oh my God, I'm saying Rickea. I'm so sorry, Rickea. Rickea Jackson over 13 and a half points, never in doubt, completely cash. You could have played the ladder and got all the way to the top on Rickea there. Very good social media play over there on X. And it was my best bet of the day in the Betting Pros app, if you check that out. All right, finishing up, Liberty did not get over the team total. Mm. So all not right in New York right now, but it was a relatively high total. But still, I thought that this was a number they could clear. Paige Beckers showed up. I don't know why I didn't have Paige Beckers over points and on this card. I should have had that up there. But Jacquel Jones over 16 and a half points. She falls short at 15. Had a good game, 15 and 10, just a little bit short of the prop. And then the Sky. Oh, we can trust them to go under. And we can also count on the Mystics to play one good half of basketball because even though they were down 15 points in the first quarter, they found a way to keep the Sky going under this team total in the first half. And for that, we appreciate you. We appreciate you so much. That was the deciding factor of the day. The Sky just deciding, oh, we're only going to score points in that second quarter and be able to cash this. So very much score 10 points. I'm sorry, be able to only score 10 points in that second quarter and cash this bet for me. So 3-2 day. I love it. I'm excited. I mean, there's a lot going on. Football is around the corner. So I get to come on the Betting Pros YouTube channel and talk about college football. I'll be recording a episode about that later next week. Not this week, next week. Next week, I'll be recording a college football episode. And then the week after that, we're doing the first college football podcast of the season. Can't wait. And to express to everybody in the Betting Pros Network, if they didn't already hear me last year, of the joys of just betting Rocco Bet over there in Iowa State. I can't wait to talk about that in week 0. So college football is around the corner. NFL is around the corner. Gonna have a lot of NFL stuff going. I got my Giants hoodie on because I did the NFC East preview earlier today. So like if you're just following this show and you're just locking in with me in Fast Break Bets, just know like in that YouTube, I'm on a whole bunch of different shows. I'm talking about football all the time, so you can go hear me talk about that. This podcast specifically is basketball, but I do have a skill set in football that I utilize over there for Betting Pros. So very much looking forward to that time of year. All right. There's just one game on the slate here for a Wednesday. I'll talk to you about it in just a second. But first, I got to make sure that you're all getting into that Discord, bettingpros.com/chat to get into that Discord where you can get daily chat picks for the WNBA, MMA, MLB, player props, live betting, all that. You can get into the community and be a part of the community and start to grow it and become family. Like there's so many people in there that we just get in there, we chop it up, shoot me a at, I'll get in there and chop it up with you too, so we can just run through the slate and see what we like, what we don't like, all of that. You can hop in the Fast Break Bets channel, Daily Juice channel, all of that's going on. So make sure you lock into the Discord, bettingpros.com/chat. All right. My Valkyries at home welcoming the Las Vegas Aces. Aces are laying 5.5 on the road here. 158, or is it 157? It's 158. 158.5 is the total. Well, This is the second game of a deja vu set. The Aces did take the first game on the second leg of a back to back for them, where they just dogged out my Valkyries in Las Vegas. Now this game is taking place in the Bay, where the Valkyries are very, very good. 9-3 ATS at home this season. They handle business. That's not what we're talking about, though. I feel like you may remember hearing me talk about this. You may not. And some people, you might not have caught that episode at all. But I've mentioned it feels like almost every time. Maybe I'll give myself the first two games, but after that, the last two games, I know for a fact I mentioned it. But the Golden State Valkyries are very, very good when they have a horrible defensive game the game prior. Natalie Nakase is a defensive head coach. She preaches defense. She doesn't care what roster she has going out there, but they're going to play some level of defense. And so when they have those horrible defensive games, it sits on her mind after the game, and she's talking about it in the interviews and telling everybody, man, I just don't understand like what we were doing defensively there. Like we just gotta, for lack of a better words, I'm sorry, man up and be able to go out there and challenge teams defensively. And so this season, when the Golden State Valkyries allow 90 plus points in a game, the game after, they are 4-0 to the opponent's team total under. Every single game, doesn't matter if it's been on the road or if it's been at home. They are 4-0 to the opponent's team total under after giving up 90 plus points. Now, this is going to be the first time where they're playing the Aces and they're playing them directly after. So it's not like it's another team in the league that's getting this smoke. It's going to be the Aces. But I think you can add on to that of the little bit of the psychological factor of, hey, we just played this team and we couldn't get a stop defensively. Let's make some adjustments and be able to get this done. They've also played well against the Aces at home this season, giving up 100 points per game to them on the road for sure. But at home, 68 in that first game. Not bad. Not bad at all. So let's look at what the Valkyries are doing at home this season to the opponent's team total. This season, the Valkyries are 2-9-1. 2-9-1 at home this season to the opponent's team total. They are sending teams under with the style of defense they play, with how good they are in the home atmosphere. They make things very rough. The Aces this season are 6-9 on the road this season to their team total. They're scoring 79 points per game on the road. Jackie Young takes a little bit of a step back on the road on times. Chelsea Gray has had a step back on the road at times. And, you get in situations where you look up and it's Asia Wilson and a lot of Asia Wilson and not a lot of anybody else that's helping the scoring. And that's why these numbers do not look good. And so here we are. The Aces team total is sitting here at 82.5. The Aces have gone under 82.5 in exactly, hold on, I'm sorry, I lost my page there. There we go. They have gone under 82.5 in exactly, what is this? 4 of their last 7 road games here. But you dig a little deeper, they've been under in 6 of their last 10 as well, by the way. 62% on the season to the under on the road this season. But the only games that they've gone over in the last 10, and I want to see if you can pick out a similarity in a lot of these teams. They went Los Angeles, 89 points, gave up 89, scored 89 points on the road. They scored 106 against Dallas. They scored 90 against Dallas. They scored 86 against Connecticut. All of those teams are horrible defensively. So if they're not going on the road and scoring against a bad defense, they play anybody competent. Minnesota 78, 70 by Indiana, 68 Washington, 78 New York, 54 Indiana again. They've struggled. They have struggled on the road this season. And so here we are. We have another defense in the Valkyries who is safe to say a top 5 defense in the league. I think that they're going to pressure. Natalie Nakase is going to rattle them, keep them off their spot. The energy is going to be there in the Bay. I think the Valkyries is going to send them under. So give me the Aces team total under 82.5. And before we get to the rest of the plays, got to talk to you about WNBA prop bet cheat sheet. Top player props over there in the Betting Pros app for the WNBA, points, rebounds, assists, all of that updated daily. You can get it over there in the Betting Pros app. So go dive into the Betting Pros app, crush those WNBA player props right now. And the play that I'll give you out in this same game player prop, I'm gonna go back to GOAT, but I'm gonna play her a little bit different this time. Give me Asia Wilson over 9.5 rebounds. Without Kayla Thornton, with Mo Billings banged up, they have lost size in this Valkyries team. They haven't been able to rebound as well. They've been getting destroyed on the glass in games, and they've been allowing the bigs to have some very big games. They've given up double-digit rebounds to I would say the centers, but Anissa Morrow is not a center, but she came out with 11 rebounds in that game because, unlimited motor. And they've given up double-digit rebounds in 4 of their last 5 games. And so Asia had double-digit rebounds in 2 of 3 against them this season. I think this is another opportunity where I expect to see more misses, maybe on both sides of the ball. The Valkyries still are shooting one of the worst percentages from the field in the entire league. And so I think there's an opportunity where she can corral defensive rebounds. She'll definitely have the opportunity for offensive rebounds. And I think she should be able to kill on the offensive glass. It's been a lot harder without Kayla Thornton, who's just been a force on the glass and being able to help rebound like a willing rebounder is really hard. Mo Billings too, a willing rebounder. It's hard when you lose your willing rebounders or those folks that are willing to do the grunt work, box people out, and maybe they're not getting the stat, but they're making sure that the other team is in as well. So it's a lot tougher, and I think they become a worse rebounding team, and they're going to have to figure that out. So I'm going to go with Asia Wilson. I think this is a game where she can dominate on the glass. Give me over 9.5 rebounds, and that is how we close things out here on this episode of Fast Break Bets. Aces team total under 82.5 points, and Asia Wilson over 9.5 rebounds in this game. I'm at really route __. Make sure you give me a follow on X at Betting Pros on X and TikTok at Betting Pros NFL on Instagram and YouTube.com/Betting Pros, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and have a chance to win a Dominique Wilkins signed jersey at the end of the month. And with that, that is it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just end it like this. We are out of here.